Hey Nord Anglia, I'm Rahi Patel, your curiosity correspondent. We were so amazed with all the submissions you had for the Mission MOXIE challenge. You know who else was amazed? Dr. Jeff Hoffman.
Hello, Nord Anglia. I've been very impressed. So many people got involved taking up this challenge. I think it's wonderful.
Jeff is a former astronaut who has been to space 5 times, including one time to fix the famous Hubble Space Telescope. But now he's one of the project leaders of MOXIE, the experiment trying to make oxygen on Mars. It was turned on for the first time on Mars very recently, and we asked Jeff about it.
It was pretty exciting, I have to say. We got about 40 people on our Zoom call to watch the data come in, and bit by bit we were able to look at it, and finally what we actually saw was a little graph coming up, and you can see the line goes, that's when we were heating up MOXIE, because you have to get up to about 800 degrees Celsius before you make oxygen. And then all of a sudden, whammo, and there's the oxygen that we were making. And so everybody cheered. I had a bottle of champagne in the refrigerator, which I opened, and yeah, lots of excitement. It worked exactly as we had planned.
MOXIE is turning out to be a great success, but I think Jeff made one mistake. Instead of popping champagne, he should have popped MOXIE, but not this MOXIE. The one on his sweatshirt. This MOXIE is a soda that was created in Massachusetts in the 1800s. It was actually the inspiration for the name for this MOXIE on Mars. So, while I drink this MOXIE, let's see what Jeff has to say about some of your projects related to this one. Brent from Dovercourt International School tested the ability of a surgical mask, gauze, and a coffee filter to filter out dirt from water. He predicted that the coffee filter would work best, but the mask ended up winning.
Hey, that was well done, Brent. From a scientific point of view, it was good that they started out with a hypothesis, saying that they thought that the coffee filter would work best, because when you're doing a scientific experiment, it's often very good to be able to state in advance the question that you're trying to answer. I think what you learned from this experiment and demonstrated very nicely is that you have to make sure that the filter suits whatever it is you're trying to filter out.
A team of students from Collège du Le Mans tested out how well different masks would filter out powdered sugar when placed in front of a vacuum cleaner hose.
That was an excellently conducted experiment. Not only did they do a very nice job of conducting the experiment and making the measurements, but then what's really critical when you're doing scientific experiments is they analyze the potential errors in their experiment. No measurement that we make is absolutely precise, and if you're trying to prove something, you need to look at how accurate your measurements were, because if your measurements are not accurate enough, you don't have confidence in the results.
I wish we had infinite time to show Jeff all of your projects, but unfortunately, that's all for now. Jeff is pretty busy making oxygen on Mars. However, he does have a few final words for all of you.
We're hoping that some dust storms will come up, because we want to demonstrate that MOXIE can operate successfully even in a dust storm and filter out the dust, which our students here now know a lot about. Congratulations to everybody who took up this challenge. I hope you learned a lot, and what you learned about experimental design and operations will hopefully be useful to you in the rest of your educational and perhaps your professional careers. So congratulations to all of you.